From reforestation to Colorado to compensation, a greener future. Reforestation and CO2 compensation are two interconnected strategies aimed at mitigating climate change. Let's delve into how they work. Reforestation, a natural solution. Reforestation involves planting trees on land that was previously forested. Trees absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and store it in their biomass, effectively reducing greenhouse gas emissions. This process not only helps mitigate climate change, but also restores ecosystems, improves air quality, and protects biodiversity. Colorado 2. Compensation, balancing the carbon footprint. CO2 compensation, also known as carbon offsetting, is a strategy where individuals or organizations offset their carbon emissions by investing in projects that reduce greenhouse gas emissions elsewhere. These projects can include reforestation, planting trees to absorb carbon dioxide; renewable energy, supporting the development of renewable energy sources like solar, wind, and hydropower; energy efficiency, investing in energy-efficient technologies to reduce energy consumption; clean technology, supporting innovative technologies that reduce emissions. The connection. Reforestation is often a key component of CO2 compensation projects. By investing in reforestation projects, individuals and organizations can help offset their carbon footprint and contribute to a more sustainable future. Key considerations for effective Colorado 2 compensation. Project quality. It's crucial to ensure that the projects are high quality, verifiable, and have a long-lasting impact. Additionality. The project should genuinely reduce emissions that wouldn't have been reduced otherwise. Permanence. The carbon stored in the project should remain sequestered for a long period. Transparency. The project should be transparent, with clear reporting and monitoring. The role of technology. Technology plays a vital role in both reforestation and CO2 compensation. Remote sensing. Satellite imagery and drones can monitor forest health and carbon sequestration. Blockchain. Blockchain technology can ensure the transparency and traceability of carbon credits. AI and machine learning. These technologies can optimize reforestation efforts and predict future climate impacts. By combining reforestation and CO2 compensation with technological advancements, we can work towards a more sustainable future and mitigate the effects of climate change. Corporate dirty tricks, a closer look. While many companies strive for ethical practices, some unfortunately resort to less than scrupulous tactics to gain a competitive edge. These dirty tricks can range from subtle manipulation to outright illegal activities. Here are some common examples. Greenwashing. Misleading marketing. Companies may exaggerate their environmental impact or promote unsustainable practices as eco-friendly. Selective disclosure. Highlighting positive environmental actions while downplaying negative ones. Offsetting without real change. Investing in carbon offsets to appear sustainable without significantly reducing emissions. 2. Anti-competitive practices. Price fixing. Colluding with competitors to set prices artificially high. Predatory pricing. Selling products below cost to drive competitors out of the market. Exclusive dealing. Forcing retailers to sell only their products. 3. Exploitation of labor. Sweatshop labor. Using low-wage, often dangerous working conditions in developing countries. Child labor. Employing children in manufacturing or other industries. Wage theft. Failing to pay workers minimum wage or overtime. 4. Tax avoidance and evasion. Tax havens. Shifting profits to countries with low tax rates to avoid paying taxes. Aggressive tax planning. Using complex financial structures to minimize tax liabilities. 5. Lobbying and political influence. Bribery and corruption. Offering bribes to government officials to influence policy decisions. Campaign donations. Donating to politicians to gain favor and influence legislation. Astroturfing. Creating fake grassroots campaigns to influence public opinion. 6. Intellectual property theft. Patent infringement. Copying or stealing patented technologies. Copyright infringement. Reproducing copyrighted material without permission. Trade secret theft. Stealing confidential business information. It's important to note that while these practices are unethical and often illegal, they can be difficult to detect and prosecute. Consumers, investors, and regulators must remain vigilant and hold companies accountable for their actions. By being informed and demanding transparency, we can help to expose and combat corporate misconduct. Carbon credits, a tool for climate action. Carbon credits are a market-based instrument used to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. They represent the right to emit a specific amount of carbon dioxide or other greenhouse gases. How do they work? 1. Cap and trade. Governments set a cap on the total amount of greenhouse gases that can be emitted by industries within a specific region. 2. Credit allocation. Companies are allocated a certain number of carbon credits, which correspond to the amount of emissions they are permitted to release. 3. Emissions reduction. Companies can reduce their emissions to stay within their allocated limit. 4. Trading. If a company reduces its emissions below its cap, it can sell its excess credits to other companies that have exceeded their limits. Types of carbon credits. Compliance credits. These are issued by governments and are mandatory for regulated industries. Voluntary credits. These are generated from projects that reduce emissions, such as reforestation, renewable energy, or energy efficiency. They are typically purchased by individuals or organizations to offset their carbon footprint. Benefits of carbon credits. Incentivizes emission reduction. By creating a market for emissions, carbon credits encourage companies to adopt cleaner technologies and practices. Environmental impact. Carbon credits can fund projects that reduce greenhouse gas emissions and protect the environment. Economic opportunities. Carbon credit markets can create jobs and stimulate economic growth. Challenges and criticisms. Quality and verification. Ensuring the quality and environmental integrity of carbon credit projects can be challenging. Additionality. Some critics argue that some projects might have happened anyway, regardless of carbon credit incentives. Offsetting versus reduction. Relying solely on carbon offsets can distract from the need for direct emissions reductions. While carbon credits can be a valuable tool in the fight against climate change, it's essential to use them responsibly and in conjunction with other climate mitigation strategies, such as transitioning to renewable energy sources and improving energy efficiency. A carbon sink is anything that absorbs more carbon from the atmosphere than it releases. The most important carbon sinks are oceans. The oceans absorb a significant amount of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, acting as a massive carbon sink. Forests. Trees absorb carbon dioxide through photosynthesis and store it in their biomass. Forests, especially old-growth forests, are important carbon sinks. Soil. Soil can store large amounts of carbon, especially in organic matter. Healthy soils with high organic matter content act as effective carbon sinks. Carbon sinks play a crucial role in regulating the Earth's climate by removing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. However, human activities such as deforestation and the burning of fossil fuels are disrupting the natural carbon cycle and reducing the effectiveness of these sinks. Protecting and restoring carbon sinks is essential for mitigating climate change. While all plants absorb carbon dioxide as part of photosynthesis, some plants are particularly effective at carbon sequestration. Here are a few examples. Trees. Oak trees. Known for their longevity and dense wood, oak trees are excellent carbon sinks. Maples. These trees are fast-growing and can absorb significant amounts of CO2. Poplars. These trees are known for their rapid growth rate and ability to absorb large amounts of carbon. Other plants. Seagrasses. These underwater plants are highly efficient at carbon sequestration, storing carbon in their tissues and the surrounding sediment. Mangroves. These coastal trees are excellent carbon sinks, helping to protect coastlines and mitigating climate change. Kelp. This large seaweed can grow rapidly and absorb significant amounts of carbon dioxide from the ocean. It's important to note that the effectiveness of a plant as a carbon sink depends on various factors, including its size, growth rate, and the specific environmental conditions. Planting trees and other vegetation is a crucial strategy for mitigating climate change and improving air quality. The primary cause of CO2 emissions is the burning of fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas. Here's a breakdown of the main sources. 1. Electricity generation. Burning fossil fuels in power plants to generate electricity is a major source of CO2 emissions. 2. Transportation. Vehicles like cars, trucks, and airplanes, especially those powered by gasoline or diesel, release significant amounts of CO2. 3. Industry. Industrial processes, such as manufacturing and cement production, often involve the combustion of fossil fuels. 4. Deforestation. Trees absorb CO2 from the atmosphere. Deforestation reduces the number of trees, increasing the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere. 5. Agriculture. Agricultural practices, including livestock farming and the use of fertilizers, release greenhouse gases like methane and nitrous oxide. To address climate change, it's crucial to reduce CO2 emissions by transitioning to clean energy sources, improving energy efficiency, and adopting sustainable practices. Historically, the United States has been the largest emitter of CO2. However, in recent years, China has overtaken the US as the world's largest emitter. Other major emitters include India, Russia, and Japan. It's important to note that while China is currently the largest emitter, its per capita emissions are significantly lower than those of many developed countries. It's also crucial to consider historical emissions. The US and other developed countries have been emitting CO2 for centuries, contributing significantly to the current climate crisis. Understanding the historical and current contributions of different countries is essential for addressing climate change effectively. WADI is a solar-powered UV measurement device that indicates when water in PET bottles has been disinfected by the sun's UV rays. It's a simple and effective way to purify water in areas with limited access to clean drinking water. How it works. 1. Place water in PET bottles. Fill PET bottles with contaminated water. 2. Place waters with contaminativice. Place the wadidevice in the clouds. 3. Expose to sunlight. Expose the bottles and wadidevice to sunlight. 4. Smiley face indicator. The wadidevice displays a smiley face when the water has been sufficiently disinfected. Benefits of WADI. Simple and easy to use. No technical expertise required. Solar powered. No need for batteries or electricity. Effective disinfection. Kills bacteria, viruses, and protozoa. Affordable. Low cost solution for water purification. Environmentally friendly. No chemicals or harmful byproducts. WADI is an innovative solution that can help provide safe drinking water to millions of people around the world, especially in rural and remote areas. The countries with the largest forest cover are 1. Russia, holds the largest area of forest globally. 2. Brazil, home to the Amazon rainforest, a significant portion of the world's forests. 3. Canada, possesses vast boreal forests across the country. 4. United States, contains diverse forest ecosystems, including temperate rainforests and deciduous forests. 5. China has extensive forests including the Qinling Mountains and Changbai Mountains. These countries play a crucial role in global carbon sequestration and biodiversity conservation. Madhya Pradesh has the largest forest cover in India by area. Key points. Area-wise, Madhya Pradesh leads with the most extensive forest cover. Percentage. While Madhya Pradesh has the largest area, states like Mizoram and Arunachal Pradesh have a higher percentage of their total geographical area under forest cover. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on my latest content.